Really good setup with a Galio here. That counter pick still used very effectively. Galio mid, by the way, has been on a recent tear with the full damage build. For solo queue, it has been massive. You want to have the level 6 kill potential really be there. And with now Scout on the Galio with no flash, he will certainly be a viable target, as Zika right now is the target.
Yep, knocked back with the satchel charge. Zika trying to get away there, jumps towards his opponents with the hook shot for the extra distance, but it does not matter. First blood over to aiming on the Ziggs.
Banged into the tower, and they still got the stun, setting it up for aiming, for Ziggs to get fed. Now the opposite dive.
Yeah, they want to get this dive onto Kingen if they can. Doing a good job defending himself for now. Turret shots flying out, but Scout's made his way down to the fight now too. 4v1, Kingen still level 5, nowhere close to being able to go all out, but he knocks him back, doing a beautiful job so far. Kingen, one-man army from DK, he finally falls. LNG barely stumbling out of it. Of Zika, who does not have his own ulti. The Camille's still only level 5, so that's not going to be a return kill.
And now with the map state that it's in, Lucid able to move up towards his top side. He's going to get the Void Grubs. You push for aiming on towards this top tower as well. This should fall. So despite it being that top tower, it actually looks like first turret is going to go the way of DK.
On Zika, so it's going to be a very, very dangerous Ziggs very early on into this game.
Yeah, there you go. Turret down. Ziggs doing what Ziggs does, and Kingen now goes all out here with a Cassante chasing after Hung, but he can just join up with the rest of his team up here in this bottom side river. Weiwei still working on the Drake. They're level 4, they're half HP for the support and jungler of LNG, so they got to be a little bit careful here, even though they have a massive numbers advantage. They catch King, and he went way too close. What in the hell are we doing, King? And that was not the right choice. LNG getting a punish, and now the fight might just continue. Lucid wants to try to get away back over the wall. The ball breaker ain't gonna work. DK just throwing their men into a blender.
Would be very nice for them, even though their bottom tower here is very close to going down, and 3 members of LNG are coming to try and make sure of that.
Yep, we got another teleport coming in to try to turn this into a very one-sided fight. It's another bad experience for Kingen around the bottom lane. 0, 3, and 0 on Cassante in this game.
I think that's a great call from LNG, because they're like, fine, you can have the next pack of grubs off of your push on top side, off of your push in mid lane, but we're going to know that you're taking those grubs and make a play on the other side of the map.
I think it's always one of the most critical skills in League of Legends that really separates the top teams. Hold on now, another one of those skills is a dive when you can find it. Beautifully done from DK, but a nice interruption as LNG want to get that counter attack now on Lucid, who tries to escape off to the right, but it's not going to do a whole lot. You would have to think. Lucid still staying alive for now, still trying to get himself back away. One more punch from Scout's going to get it done as Hung gets slammed back into the wall there by the Poppy, but a DP's coming in. There's your Glacial Prison. There's a double kill back over to Scout. There's Zika making his way into the fight as Kingen goes unstoppable with his reinforcement, but the fight's already finally done. A good team is knowing when to just let something go and take something else instead, but LNG was not willing to let Gala go unavenged, and they hit right back.
It's kind of like, oh, you take none of my health, but I also take none of yours, so good day, sir. We'll back away, but they will back away towards this dragon, which is working out well for them. And Zika now trying to see if he can just put some pressure on towards Moham, but he cannot defend this top tower by himself, but the wave isn't quite in position.
So I feel like we might get a nice little scrap here.
Yes, sir. Rift Herald has spawned. LNG with a 5-man play going in. They find the Glacial Prison, but it's only onto Moham. How much do they want to commit to this? Looks like the whole kitchen sink. Should be a 1-for-1 though. Hung barely getting away. Showmaker finally going to finish him, but Lucid's going to drop next. 3v4. Aiming is still alive. Kingen trying to cut off Zika. Hero's entrance looking to back up that top laner as Kingen is once again in a bad spot. He has to flash to try to escape, but it's Scout back over the wall. LNG doing a beautiful job as the fist of Scout finds the forehead of aiming, and that one is going to be a clean fight for LNG.
The Galio punches are very satisfying there. That was actually beautiful kind of dissection of the fight from LNG. They cut off both members here.
DK have to be willing to make his third dragon started. DK, a lot of respect here.
LNG with total control over the bottom side river, and one of the reasons why they have it is because they dropped the Rift Herald back in mid lane as a distraction that needs to be answered by DK here at the same time. Showmaker's gonna step up, but the Mountain Drake is already secured by Weiwei here on the Sejuani.
Play off elsewhere, but DK have read this.
Yeah, Showmaker and Lucid both around here. Mega Inferno Bomb used to just clear the wave. Scout's Justice Punch gets interrupted, so then he has to flash to try to escape, but a nice charm from Showmaker to lock him up, and LNG is gonna get punished immediately. The Vile to stop the hero's exit.
LNG, they want this soul. They're gonna send everybody.
Zika here first. LNG with control over the pit. They're gonna pour some DPS into the objective. DK still got to be careful about their approach, but they're going to be a little bit too little, too late. Mega Inferno Bomb over the top as they want to try to get their jungler in there, but instead the counterattack coming out from LNG. The Drake is going to be secured. That is Mountain Soul over to the LPL squad, as now they're going to take the full fight, but they got to be careful. Zika here on the front line going to be taken low, but he barely survived thanks to Steric's Gauge. Now the Wombo combo. The damage back over onto Kingan's going to be good. LNG still chasing, but Weiwei is at death's door. Aiming takes him down, and Hung is going to be stopped. LNG still scrambling to fight. A double kill back over to Aiming. Make it a triple for the Ziggs. Scout about to fall, and the Void Seeker won't get one back. It's soul of an LNG. It's fight for DK.
Might be able to get Baron and take so much more on the map, and again, this is such a crucial component to LNG. Actually be able to take these towers because of these double AP mages that are just buffering through these waves.
I want to see the fight again. Gala here, though, is going to try and fight them off the Baron. They're still rushing it down. It's 3,000 health.
2,000 health, 1,000 health secured by Lucid and DK.
It's the knock onto Hung to make sure he can get that double kill.
All right, back to live. Engage from Lucid, going in, tries to find the slam on the Weiwei. The Sejuani not anywhere tanky enough to survive this, and DK with momentum barreling down the bottom lane.
They saw Zuka in this top side, so they immediately go for the pick. They get it, and the reset now from Kingan to defend this top turret as well. DK getting a lot of value out of this Baron buff and outplaying on the map right now.
Fight.
DK coming back from the precipice of another really bad game state, and they are now over 4,000 gold ahead. The Ziggs War Machine, all these things. This time around, it's much more of a fighting, shooting DPS dive build. If you're not diving, you're not really doing anything on LNG's side, and if DK continues building their lead, the dive gets tougher and tougher. Moham, very, very low, but he still stays alive. Critically, Kingan trying to also continue the retreat. LNG keeps the chase alive. Scout doing a great job, locking up the enemy. Cassante, Zika's already killed off Moham, but meanwhile back in the jungle, it's Gala under pressure. Huge damage coming in. Gala is saved somehow by the hero's entrance plus the shielding. The Kaisa stands tall.
Coming behind them with a big taunt. Zika trying to wrap around, completely out of vision. Lucid trying to mark him and spot him out. We'll just see him here now.
Okay. They've got eyes on Zika, but now the fight's gonna start off. Lucid wanted to go in, but it ain't gonna work out here quite yet. Aiming forced into the stasis here immediately, but a massive engage coming out from Hung. He locks everybody up, but where's the follow-up? Kingan's gonna die. Gala takes him out. DK trying to get themselves away. Zika still barely alive here at about 25% HP back into the Drake pit. Lucid over the wall, still thinking about maybe trying to fight for it. Moham at 1/3 HP, aiming. He needs to recall, reset, rejoin the fight here with a teleport. The Dragon at 6,000 as Hung again still looking for an angle. There's your taunt coming out from Scout. Zika back over the wall, and Lucid is down. The charm on Gala will finish him off, but Showmaker dies to Scout here as well. Aiming in Moham trying to get themselves back away as Weiwei will be left alone here with the Elder Dragon. Hung still chasing, and Elder execute would be almost immediate here on the Moham. He's about to take the damage. The winds of war are blowing, and they will burn down the house of DK. Aiming, the last man standing around from the side. The Elder Dragon Sejuani trying to cut him off. Aiming with a beautiful Mega Inferno Bomb to take out the enemy support, but he pays with it with his life. And LNG get a delayed ace plus Elder.
Goes down there to the big Ziggs bomb.
All right, back to live. LNG going after Baron. And there is no contest on that one. All right, LNG have Elder for another 60 seconds, Baron for 3 minutes. They want to try to force a fight if they can while the super buffs are active. Over the wall to block any sort of a chase that DK would have wanted to execute on, as Gala, now with a space created by Zika in the top lane, can secure the kill in the tier 2 back over in mid. Tier 3 turret in top, still just barely standing as the push, the onslaught from LNG continues.
Side of DK, where aiming was pumping out damage, trying to do as much as it can, but LNG, of course, still with their Dragon Soul, with all the extra gold that they've now gotten too, try to come and finish off the other side of the map.
Oh, Moham finds himself in a bad spot. He's down. Zika seeing the angle to block his escape. Now a 5v4 for LNG. Glacial Prison on the Kingan yet again. The 0-6 Cassante has had such a struggle as the wave is also about to crash. Mega Inferno Bomb with very little value. Mid lane inhibitor would be the first one to fall on DK's side as LNG maintain their 5v4 advantage for the next 10 seconds. Going into the second Elder Drake fight of the game. Gala taking the poke though from aiming as Showmaker's forced into the stasis. He's got to try to get himself back away. Zika into the back line, but he's already isolated. He's going to be knocked down. Surely though, right? Hero's entrance ain't quite going to find the way that it's looking for. Zika into the back line. Aiming trying to get away. They need to lock him up, beat him down. Wei finds the kill on aiming, and DK is looking like a graveyard right now. LNG barreling down mid lane. Game 2 was closer. DK was stronger, but LNG still are better. Kingan jumps into the middle of everybody, but it ain't gonna do a damn thing. Showmaker gets shown just who's the better team here. And LNG are the first team going to quarterfinals in Worlds 2024.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup at the Swiss stage of Worlds 2024. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.